14 years after they played at any World Cup for the first time in the Caribbean itself, Afghanistan are at the cusp of history. They go into the last of the Super 8 games against Bangladesh knowing that a victory could put them through to a semi-final of a Men's World Cup for the first time. We build up to what is the last of the Super 8 fixtures at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024 on Maruti Suzuki Arena. Presents ESPN Cricket for Timeout, powered by DishTV Watch Show, with Tamim Iqbal giving us company. Tamim, thank you so much for your time. This is a unique position for Afghanistan to be in. So early, relatively speaking, in their cricket journey, they find themselves in a position where they could make the knockout of a global event. It's going to test them in a new way altogether.
Yeah, I think Afghanistan has been brilliant. Not only in this World Cup. If you see the 2023 World Cup, they played some excellent cricket, and the belief. I was just watching a video yesterday where when they won against Australia, and all these players were selling that this is what we wanted. We wanted what happened in the T20 in the 50 over World Cup. We wanted to win this game. This is so special. All these kind of things shows that how confident they are as a group. Yes, Afghanistan has not played international cricket as much as Australia has done, and Australia has tremendous successes in international cricket. But to think like that against Australia shows the mentality of the team. And they have been doing unbelievably well in ICC events. So I think the result, the position they are in at the moment is not surprise. Some people might say it's a surprise, it's an upset. For me, it's not a surprise. I think they have deserved it, and that's why they have earned the position where they are here now at the moment.
The different positions that Afghanistan and Bangladesh find themselves in give us a chance to compare the contrasting trajectories as well, Tamim. You look at Afghanistan, they are growing with every major tournament that they're taking part in, have pushed for a semi-final spot at the last two World Cups now over the last 10-12 months. Whereas Bangladesh, after the highs of the Champions Trophy semi-final in 2017, the Asia Cup final in 2018, they seem to have slumped in recent ICC events. What do you put that down to?
See, we haven't done well in ICC trophies recently. I think, yes, there were one or two or three tournaments that we did well. We reached the semi-finals in 2017. We reached the quarterfinals in 2015 World Cup. But if you see the format of those two tournaments was very different. So basically, you had four teams in the group. You win one or two games, and then you're through to semi-finals and quarterfinals. Now it's very different, especially in the 50 over World Cup, where you have to play each team, and then has to be consistent performance to reach the semi-finals. Same goes in T20 World Cup. Yes, you have done well in the group stage, and then you have come to the Super 8s. This is where Bangladesh need to play well to go to the second round. I think this is something that Bangladesh is lacking. I'm telling you again, I don't think there's an issue with the skills. I don't think there's issues with the players. I think we all are capable. It's just the mentality that I think we need to change. And rather than that, I can't see anything. And I think there's a lot of other things as well. I've mentioned this in my last interview with you guys. Is we need to sit, and everybody needs to sit and think how we need to take Bangladesh forward. Because with this team and with the past team, we hasn't produced the result that we should have. So there must be something wrong that we are doing at the moment. So we need to change all of those things and then go forward. Because when the other side, Afghanistan has been brilliant. If you see, they have not changed too many players. They still play with the same bunch of guys, but their mentality has changed. One thing I will like to mention, which is a big difference between these two sides, is they get much more exposure in T20 leagues. Afghanistan players gets much more exposure in T20 leagues, whether it's IPL, whether it's PSL, whether it's all the other leagues in the world, compared to Bangladesh. Bangladesh, hardly one or two player goes and participates in these leagues, because when you guys participates in these T20 leagues, your mentality starts to change. You mix with a lot of good cricketers. You learn what they are doing. So Bangladesh is lacking in this way. And even if somebody is getting picked, Bangladesh doesn't somehow gives NOCs, which in my part that I won't completely blame BCB, because there might be a international series or so, but this is something that BCB needs to also think, that allow players to go and participate if somebody is getting picked in overseas leagues, because that's how you grow as a cricketer. I think there is a big difference between these two sides in this aspect, where Afghanistan gets much more exposure around the world, T20 leagues, where Bangladesh players doesn't.
All right, turning our attention to this particular contest, it might be happening in faraway Caribbean, but it almost feels, Tamim, like a subcontinental scrap between two Asian sides, given what we've seen at Kingstown and St. Vincent. So what to you are the keys for each sides in this game?
See, the wicket will suit both the teams. We have seen it, what has happened in St. Vincent. It will have something for the bowlers, something for the spinners. And I think it all depends on how Bangladesh start with the ball. If Bangladesh picks up a couple of early wickets, then Bangladesh will definitely be in the game, because if you see, Afghanistan has done extremely well in this tournament, but their openers has done the majority of the work. The middle order and the lower middle order hasn't done that much. So Bangladesh fast bowling, especially Bangladesh fast bowling, has to make sure that they pick early wickets, especially those two guys, Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran, and then try and restrict Afghanistan as low as possible, and then try and chase it. If Bangladesh is batting first, they have to score 130, 140 somewhere, because this has been the score in that ground. If Bangladesh scores 140, 145, I think Bangladesh will have a great chance.
All right. Let's see what happens then. Let's see if Afghanistan can script history and make it to the knockouts of a World Cup for the first time. Thank you so much, Tamim Iqbal, for setting up that contest for us. Afghanistan, of course, will have one eye on the earlier fixture. If India beat Australia, the route is simple. If Australia win, Afghanistan will need a net run rate gulf to make it through.
Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.
वॉचो ऐप पे देखो एक OTT के दाम पे सारे OTT शान से।
Watch